Hi Cancer, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am just doing your love reading for March for next year, and as usual I've pulled the oracle cards already, so we'll get straight into it. So for your first oracle card you got building blocks, and in a relationship sense this basically says that you need to work on the foundations of the relationship. So these are things like, honesty, communication, integrity, finding things in common, the different values that you might have, and building those things that's going to be a strong foundation in the future. If you haven't yet met your person, this is someone that you're going to be able to do this with. And then we have your third quarter moon, and it says that adjustments are required. And this card basically says that exactly that there's something that's happened in your life where you need to change things. And it does also talk about how you might have some sort of toxic thought processes or toxic traits, sorry to say, Cancer, that you are bringing into your relationship and that you need to learn to let go of. And then with the coyote spirit basically saying trust in divine detours, this card is kind of synchronistic with this one as well, which talks about how like spirit is bringing you down this path because there's a lesson that you haven't learned. Like you went through the phase where you were supposed to learn the lesson but you didn't learn the lesson, so that same thing is coming back around, and you're going to be in this you're being brought here for a reason, basically to relearn this lesson. So maybe again it has something to do with letting go of your way of thinking on something or the way you handle things, but it is just a sign to say that spirit's doing this because they have your back. Basically they have your best interest at heart. The universe will always have your best interest at heart, but you do need to learn the lesson that you're kind of avoiding learning. As your energy for March towards your partner, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So you could be very kind of like explosive, maybe slightly egotistical, and I don't mean to kind of just like give it all to you, but unfortunately that's just the way the King of Wands is in the reverse. And also I am a Sag, so I would be this energy, so I can relate sometimes if that helps. But very much just in your ego kind of mindset, you could be a bit explosive, impatient, a bit like overly assertive, and just maybe a little bit too controlling. And then we have your person's energy towards you is the Seven of Pentacles. So they could feel like they're putting in a lot of effort in this relationship, but that they're not actually seeing any rewards for the effort that they're putting in. They feel like it's like you're not on the same page because they aren't seeing the effort being given back to them. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for you? So I'm going to ask the questions and then I'll explain them afterwards. Okay, Cancer. So for the situation that you guys are both dealing with in your relationship in March, we have the Hangman and we have the Hangman clarifying the Hangman. So when Spirit does this, it's basically like saying, I've already told you, this is what the situation is. So with the Hangman, basically there is a situation in your relationship where either you or both of you, or just them, could be feeling a little bit stuck. Maybe there's some sort of repetitive issues going on that you guys are kind of in this circle of going on and on about these things, and you need to kind of let go of control and surrender to this relationship. There is a lot of feelings here, but it's like you're needing to kind of let go and allow this relationship to unfold the way that it's meant to. Then for the way your person sees you, we got the Tower. So they see you as someone who is extremely changing, like your moods are very changing. They also could see you as someone who has explosive emotions, same as the King of Staffs in the reverse there. Someone who is just kind of, they could also see you as someone who came into their life completely unexpectedly, like they didn't expect this, or like the relationship that you have, they weren't expecting it. But they do also see you as someone that they can commit to, that they want some sort of long-term commitment, possibly marriage, but whatever your next steps are basically. And they do want to show you that they do want a relationship with you, but they do see you as someone who is very very explosive. So, and you turned their world upside down as well. So we have then the Chariot, which is your energy, along with the Three of Pentacles as how they feel about you. So the Chariot is that they feel like they want to move forward with you, they want to kind of get past any sort of obstacles that are in your way, and they just want to kind of have some sort of victorious or successful relationship with you. Same as the Three of Pentacles. So they do also want to work on this connection with you. They want to kind of work on this partnership, and like they value who you are as a person, and they just want that same amount of value in return. And they just want to work on a stable connection with you. They do also, so sorry, this is how you view them. So you could see them as someone that you kind of maybe are like you're not really focused on them at the moment, or either that, or you may be a little bit dissatisfied with where the relationship is at the moment. You see how she's kind of focused on something else when there's this offer of an absolute rainbow coming out of a cup here. So basically you aren't really like paying them much attention. They you also could be just too focused on other things at the moment, like you've got too much going on. But you do see them as someone who is also very successful, who has a lot of support, who is someone that you could view as like you look up to them in a way, but just like a very victorious relationship as well. So you want to have some sort of victorious relationship with them, or you see them as someone that you could have a successful relationship with. Your feelings then is the Six of Cups and the King of Swords. So there are some very strong feelings here. You could feel like maybe this is some sort of past life connection, or this could be about an ex. But the feelings in general are very kind of nostalgic. Like you're probably thinking about like the past in the relationship, how you guys you know, how you guys were feeling in the beginning, or you know, those little that little spark that was there. But you do feel like they are someone that you want in your life for the long term. But with the King of Swords here, your feelings as well, I feel like your feelings are more controlled by what you're thinking than what's going on in your heart. So maybe you feel like that this could be a good connection because it's the logical decision to be with this person. You could also be thinking that, like, you know, you're in this phase of feeling like it's a very intellectual connection, like you guys are great at communicating, or that they're great at communicating with you in general, and that you guys have a very sturdy relationship, very honest. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups as blockages for your love life in March. So the blockages at the moment is definitely got to do with like nurturing each other, showing each other love. Like they might feel like them, or you might feel like you're not getting enough of those, like the emotional connection in the relationship, where like you could be feeling like either you or them are holding back emotions at the moment, and you're not just showing that or receiving that support that you usually do within the relationship. With the Ace of Cups there as well, you just feel like you want some sort of like new beginning, because what's happening at the moment is the struggle has got to do in March with the offer of love and the offer of support and devotion, and you know, all of those lovely things, those good feelings, or maybe even a lack of creativity. You might feel like you want to have some form of creativity in the relationship. But I do see that the emotions are a big blockage here, or obstacle for you guys to get over in March. Then so their next actions towards you, they do want to come in with some form of communication with you. They do also want to kind of get clarity on this whole relationship and where the relationship is headed, and they want to kind of have a breakthrough in the relationship and start things from a new perspective, especially also with that Hanged Man being there as well. That is also about having a new perspective. So maybe you both need to take a new fresh perspective on when it comes to your relationship and where it's headed. With the Ten of Pentacles clarifying that, I do see that their next action, whatever this clarity or this breakthrough is, their goal is to get to the place where you guys are very stable together, you guys are very happy together, you can build a life not built only on you know, love and emotions and all of that things, but also based on the same values, based on connection. It's very similar to this building blocks, you know, so it's not just emotions. So they do definitely want something with you for the long term anyway. And then let's just see, I want to get some advice then for you, Cancer, for your love life in March. So we have the King of Swords, we have the Six of Wands, with the Ace of Cups. All of these cards we've already had, and we have the Nine of Cups. That's the only one we haven't. Okay, So what this is telling me here, Cancer, is that you need to be honest about your feelings, and have honest discussions with your person about how you feel in this relationship and how you can take things moving forward. It's time to kind of take a logical approach, exactly like this King of Swords here. So it's the same thing. So you need to take a logical approach in whatever issues are coming up in the relationship, and you need to kind of just be very honest, but try not to be too blunt with your words as well. And then we have the Six of Wands. So you need to also look at this as like that this relationship can be a very successful relationship, that you guys do need to support each other and just kind of lift each other up instead of bringing each other down. And then we do also have the Ace of Cups. It's time to show some love, like show that how much you care about them, show them that you love them, show them that you care, show them that you want to support them, so show them that you want to you know, have some sort of renewed love within the relationship, or a fresh start, whatever that is. And then also we have the Nine of Cups here, so that could mean that you need to kind of revisit your wishes in this relationship. Like, what was it that made them so attracted, that made them so attractive to you in the beginning, and kind of revisit what is that spark that's there that made you want to be with them in the first place, and look at that. Because the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, and your wishes were full when you first got together, or when you first thought of this person, or something like that. So you do need to get back to that place. Okay, and then let's get a romance angel, or a few romance angels for you, Cancer. March. So we have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I don't know what is going on with my speech today. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your love life, which very much could be there with the Six of Cups. Like I said, you could be thinking about an ex, of the feelings that you have for an ex, and you're wanting them to come back. With the unrequited love, that is quite a difficult one to you know, get and face, but sometimes that is the case. So it depends on what your situation is, but with all your oracle cards showing that, like, this is a lesson that you should have learned from the past, that you kind of resisted learning, and also that you need to kind of change your course and let go of any sort of toxic energies, as well as working on the building blocks of the situation, instead of, like, you know, like it's having the same values and a strong foundation. It's all about, like, this Ten of Pentacles, getting to that place, instead of just this, you know, lovey-dovey feelings and attraction and that type of thing. And then also playfulness. So you might need to just have some fun with your person. It doesn't all need to be super serious, you know. And try maybe turn this King of Staves in the upright instead of in the reverse, because it is very difficult when you're in that energy, but you do also need to just kind of let go, surrender to the connection, and see where it takes you. Or surrender to the universe's plan as well, could be that. So let's get some messages from your person. This is usually for people in separation. Let's just have a look anyway. So we have, I can't stop thinking about you, and that came out on playfulness. We have, you came closer than anyone, and it's too many. We have, I know that I crossed the line with you. That's definitely for next. Okay, so that's everything that I have for you guys, Cancer. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.